Hare Krishna. So Krishna has given us Sambandha Gyan in Shloka number 16 to 18. He gave us the Abhideya Gyan in Shloka number 19. And now let's see the Prayojan or the goal in Shloka number 20, the last Shloka of chapter 15. Iti ghuyatamam shastram idam oktam mayanagha etad buddhva buddhiman syat krita krityascha bharata. So here it is said, iti ghuyatamam shastram idam uktam mayanagha. So Lord is saying that Ghuyatamam Shastram, the most confidential part of the Shastra, the Vedic scriptures, Anagha, O sinless one, Idam Uktam Maya, I have disclosed to you. Etad Buddhva Buddhiman Syat, and whoever understands this will become Buddhiman, will become wise. Krita Krityascha Bharata, O Bharata, and his endeavors will know perfection. He will attain perfection, he will attain the goal. So here Krishna is saying that the ones who understand this confidential part of knowledge that I have spoken, the Sambandha and the Abhidaya, will attain Prayojan, that is the ultimate goal. Very, very important points are mentioned here in the purports. So let's go through this. By understanding this philosophy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and engaging in His transcendental service, everyone can become freed from all contamination of the modes of material nature. Devotional service is a process of spiritual understanding. Wherever devotional service exists, the material contamination cannot coexist. So we are filled with material contamination and we are bound by the three modes of material nature. Sometimes we act in goodness, sometimes in passion, sometimes in ignorance. And in the age of Kali, most of the time we are bound by ignorance and passion. So this is a contamination which is not allowing us to go back home, back to Godhead by breaking the cycle of birth and death. This is something which is holding us lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So devotional service, when we practice devotional service, what happens? This contamination is removed. Cheto darpanam arjanam. So this contamination is removed. We are cleansed, thoroughly we are cleansed. We are very nicely cleansed. So here it is said that devotional service to the Lord and Lord Himself are one and the same because they are spiritual. So Lord is spiritual. The process to attain the Lord is also spiritual. So it is very nicely said that wherever the Lord or the practice of devotional service is there the contamination or darkness cannot be there. In Chaitanya Chaitamrita it's very beautifully mentioned. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hai Andhakar Jaha Krishna Taha Nair Maya Radhikar. So Krishna is like that sun. Devotional service is like that sun. And Maya, illusory potency, or the contamination is like the darkness. So as soon as the sun rises in the horizon, what happens? There's illumination everywhere. There is no darkness. So absence of light is what is darkness. So absence of Krishna or devotional service is ignorance. So wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is devotional service, what will happen? There we will have the knowledge. There darkness cannot be there. There ignorance cannot be there. So whenever we practice devotional service, we should be confident that we are getting purified slowly and steadily. And gradually we will reach the ultimate goal, the abode, where one goes, one cannot come back from that place. Here it is mentioned very nicely that whenever devotional service is present under the proper guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, there is no question of ignorance. So we should be always under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master in the parampara. If we are just following the instructions given by the bona fide spiritual master, automatically the ignorance will be removed. There will be no ignorance for sure. So for us, instruction that is given by Srila Prabhupada is minimum 16 rounds of chanting every single day and strictly following the 4 regulative principles. First, no meat eating. When it is said no meat eating means no meat, no eggs, nothing, no fish. Second, it is no illicit sex. So there is no question of premarital affair or an extramarital affair. There's no question of all this. So one has to be chaste, not to his spouse or her spouse. One has to be chaste. Third, no intoxication. There is no question of any sort of intoxication. Alcohol, drugs, cigarette, tea, coffee, etc. Nothing. So such intoxication is not allowed. It's against the principles of devotional service, which will not allow us to move ahead in Krishna consciousness. And the fourth one is gambling. No gambling. There's no question of doing any investment of money wherever we'll feel anxiety. Oh, will I lose it? Will I lose it? There's no question of gambling. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada made it very clear. He gave us a path that how can we live a pure life and become purified with time. He gave us the don'ts. No illicit sex, no intoxication, no meat eating, no gambling. And he gave us the do's. Chant 16 rounds, minimum. Be in the association of devotees, render devotional service. Read Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, distribute Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, preach this message all around, far and wide as much as possible, up to our capacity. So these are the do's and don'ts that the spiritual master has given, the Acharya of the age has given. So if we just do this, doesn't matter how contaminated we are, we will get purified for sure. So here it is said, a very nice statement is made. Everyone must take to this consciousness of Krishna and engage in devotional service to become intelligent and purified. So just by taking up to Krishna consciousness, following the instructions of spiritual master, we will become intelligent spiritually and purified completely. Unless one comes to this position of understanding Krishna and engages in devotional service, however intelligent he may be in the estimation of some common man, he is not perfectly intelligent. Because he'll be bound in the material world lifetime after lifetime. Krishna is specifically calling Arjuna as Anagha. Let's understand why. Anagha, or sinless one, means that unless one is free from all sinful reaction, it is very difficult to understand Krishna. One has to become free from all contamination, all sinful activities, then he can understand. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, oh Anagha, you can easily understand whatever I am telling because you are free from all the sins and all the contamination. But devotional service is so pure and potent that once one is engaged in devotional service, he automatically comes to the stage of sinlessness. This strong faith we all should have, that bhakti is so very powerful. It doesn't matter how contaminated we are, how sinful we are. It doesn't matter that how grievous sins we have committed in our past lives or this life. It doesn't matter. Because bhakti is so powerful that just by being in the association of devotional service, practicing devotional service every single day, we will get purified. We will. Because bhakti is all powerful. And Krishna will deliver us. Because Krishna is so merciful. He is more eager than all of us to take us back home, back to Godhead. We might say, though, I want to go back home to Krishna. But the fact is, He is more eager to take us back home. He is just waiting for a sign from our side. The sign of sincerity and seriousness in practicing bhakti. And He is ready to pick us up from this place and take us back home, back to Godhead, to the spiritual abode. So here a very important point is made. Two important points. That how a person can fall. Here it is given. The first fall down is caused by the desire to lord it over material nature. Thus one gives up the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord. So this desire that I want to enjoy in this world, this is the cause of fall down from the path of transcendental service. So we should transform that from the tendency to enjoy or lording it over material nature to service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then we will be saved. Second fall down is that one increases the propensity to lord it over material nature. He becomes attached to matter and the possession of matter. So more we enjoy, more we'll get attached and entangled in this world. So we should try our best. We should try our best that whatever activities we are doing, how to Krishnaize all those activities. How to spiritualize all those activities. We should know this very clearly. So whatever activities we are doing, those activities should be dedicated to Lord Krishna. We should pick and choose the activities if we have option. If we have no option, then we should have a proper, innovative understanding, a mind by which we can transform that activity into a Krishna conscious activity. So everything should be dedicated to Lord Krishna. then we will be saved, from this material world. So in this way, Krishna has made it very clear about himself, about this material world and the process of devotional service. And obviously the goal, that is to attain transcendental loving service onto the lotus feet of Krishna, going back home, back to Godhead, breaking the cycle of birth and death. In this chapter number 15. So we have completed this chapter successfully. In the next video, let's see the entire chapter at one go, the summary of the chapter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna